Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Journey to Greatness, day 325 of 365 with David McDonald, the GOAT. Yes, sir. Happy Thursday. All right. So we're going to get into our meditation routine here. Good morning. Hey, Liz. Good morning. So we're going to get to our meditation routine. I will see you all on the other side. All right, welcome back, everybody. Good morning, Auntie Louisa. Al, good morning. Thank you, you too, my brother. Thank you. Mr. Hopkins, good morning. My niece, Donna, good morning. All right, so we're going to get into our reading routine here. We just finished our meditation routine. I will see you all on the other side. Interesting. All right, welcome back. So we just finished our reading routine, and now we're getting into our journaling routine. So I will see you guys all on the other side here shortly. Morning, AJ. How's it going, brother? All right, my friends, welcome back. So we just finished. Akash, good morning, brother. Long time no talk, man. All right, so we just finished our journaling routine here, and then jump back into our book. So yesterday we went over a few things about pretty much how this new land or this new people of Israel are now coming into this new people of Israel is now coming into like their own way of life, their new way of life after being released and relinquished from slavery in Egypt. And the last mention that we had yesterday is that Aaron, which is Moses' brother, had all of the people of Israel, because they had not seen Moses after he went to the top of Mount Sinai to talk to the Lord and be with the Lord. He had not come down for some time, and so the people started to lose faith because they weren't able to visually see his presence, Moses' presence. And so Aaron instructed all the people of Israel to take off their jewelry, and then he made a gold calf. And the Lord said pretty much, do not make or idolize anything in resemblance of me, and so they did that. The Lord finds out, obviously, and then he says, I'm going to burn all the people. I'm going to take wrath upon them. And so Moses comes back at the Lord and he says, why should the Egyptians say with evil intent, did he bring them out to kill them in the mountains and to consume them from the face of the earth? Turn from your burning anger and relent from the disaster against your people. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servants, to whom you swore by your own self and said to them, I will multiply your offspring and the stars of heaven, and all this land that I have promised I will give to your offspring, and they shall inherit it forever. And the Lord relented from the disaster that he had spoken of bringing on his people. So in other words, he changed his mind. God changed his mind as to bringing the fire and the wrath upon the people for idolizing this gold statue and losing faith. And so Moses starts to make his way down to the bottom of the camp. And as soon as he came near the camp and saw the calf and the dancing, Moses' anger burned hot, and he threw the tablets out of his hands and broke them at the foot of the mountain. He took the calf that they had made and burned it in the fire and ground it to powder and scattered it on the water and made the people of Israel drink it. He's mad. And Moses said to Aaron, what did this people do to you? Have brought such a great sin upon them, that you have brought such a great sin upon them. And Aaron said, let not the anger of my Lord burn hot. You know the people that they are set on evil. For they said to me, make us a God who shall go before us. And for this Moses, the man who brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we don't know what has become of him. So I said to them, let any who have gold take it off, so that they gave it to me. And I threw it into the fire, and out came this calf. And when Moses saw that the people had broken loose, for Aaron had let them break loose, to the derision of their enemies, then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, who is on the Lord's side? Come to me. All the sons of the Levi gathered around him. And he said to them, thus says the Lord God of Israel, put your sword on your side, each of you, and go to and fro from gate to gate throughout the camp. Each of you kill his brother and his companion and his neighbor. And the sons of Levi did according to the word of Moses. And that day about 3,000 men of the people fell. And Moses said, today you have been ordained for the service of the Lord, each one at the cost of his son and his brother, so that he might bestow a blessing upon you this day. So in other words, Moses pretty much had everybody who was celebrating and dancing in this circle kill his son and his brother, which is a wrath that the Lord had put on the Egyptians at one point, because the Egyptian Pharaoh kept telling God, oh yeah, I'm gonna let the people free, But then when the time came for him to let them free, after God had relinquished the plague that he had put on the people of Egypt, then the people of Egypt would change their mind and say, "Oh, I'm not doing that." And actually killing one of the sons was one of the drawing points for the Egyptians to let the Israelites go. And so Moses pretty much had these people who are worshiping this goat or this calf do the same thing as pretty much as payment for disobeying and being sinful toward God. So then Moses goes back up to the mountain, talks to the Lord again, and God tells Moses to pretty much bring all of the people of Israel to the land where there's honey and milk, the land that he had promised Abraham, Isaac, all the forefathers before Moses. Okay. And then pretty much then it comes a point where Moses is now getting ready to meet God. So back then, or I guess even till now, I don't know if this law stands true, but back then pretty much the rule was if you saw God's face, you would die. And so God said, okay, you cannot see my face, but I will come down and you will see my back and you will know that I am walking with you. Because Moses was afraid that if God left him to take these people, these Israelites, to the promised land, then what would happen is they wouldn't believe that God is real, essentially, if he was to leave him. And so Moses needed some more support in terms of leading the people to this land and also being able to operate still under the hand of God. And so God gave him that, granted him that blessing. Moses said to the Lord, "See, you say to me, bring up this people, but you have not let me know who you will send with me. Yet you have said, I know you by name, and you have also found favor in my sight. Now therefore, if I have found favor in your sight, please show me your ways, that I may know you in order to find favor in your sight. Consider too that this nation is your people." And he said, "My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest." And he said to him, "If your presence will not go with me, do not bring us up from here. For shall it be known that I have found favor in your sight, I and your people? Is it not in your going with us, so that we are distinct, I and your people, from every other people on the face of the earth?" And so there's already people living in this new land. I think the Hivites and the Canaanites were living in this land, and God said he was going to clear all these people so that the Israelites can come in and live their best life. And the Lord said to Moses, "This very thing that you have spoken, I will do, for you have found favor in my sight, and I know you by name." Moses said, "Please show me your glory." And he said, "I will make all of my goodness pass before you, and will proclaim before you my name, the Lord. And I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and will show mercy on whom I will show mercy." But he said, "You cannot see my face, for man shall not see me and live." And the Lord said, "Behold, there is a place by me where you shall stand on the rock. And while my glory passes by, I will put you in a cleft of the rock, and I will cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will take away my hand, and you shall see my back, but my face shall not be seen." And so pretty much the Lord agrees to help lead the people to this new land that was once promised to Abraham, Isaac, some of the forefathers. And then at that point, Moses makes new tablets because he slammed his other ones on the ground once he saw the golden calf that the people were worshiping. And then he descended from the mountain back down to the site where everyone was at to give the next instruction of God. So tomorrow we're going to talk about the covenant being renewed. So pretty much their agreement being restored, and God not being so upset. So we'll get into that tomorrow. So please join me on the journey. Yeah, I agree too, AJ. There is a promised land for everyone. You know where it's at? It's right in here. It's right within you. And the promised land is finding inner peace. And the promised land is understanding that God has blessed us unconditionally and has given us power to manifest a reality of happiness, to manifest a reality of appreciation, of humility, of genius. And I think the more and more we dig deeper into finding that promised land within us, then the more we're able to help other people find their promised land and come into their zone also. Among other things, the promised land can definitely be defined differently for everybody. But I definitely feel that, one of the great starts to, the journey of understanding who you are is by digging deep inside. So with that being said, good morning to everybody who jumped on the messenger board. Thank you for joining us on the journey to greatness. Day 225 of 365. So we have around 40 days. Exactly. We have around 40 days, exactly 40 days. So a month and 10 days left on our journey. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow here at 5 a.m. And I hope you all have the best day of your life. To everybody who joined in, via camera and watching behind and showing support, I appreciate you guys truly. And I will see you all tomorrow at 5. Have a good day.